Welcome back, boys. We are here, The Slice. Today we are doing another saga, film-wise, we're doing the Quentin Tarantino. We're starting from number one when it came out. His first film that he did, it was Reservoir Dogs, right?
No, it was a college film he did back in the day.
All right, but like theater, right? Right? College. I know Krusty was like, "Oh, we're gonna watch it." I was like, "I don't know."
We should have. We could have watched it.
We'll watch it after we do. What's the last one he did? Once Upon a Time.
I was lying about that.
Oh, you wanted to watch it?
Yeah, huh?
You wanted to watch it? Or
No, I'm lying. He didn't do nothing like that. I'm just saying.
You know what's funny though? Like with this film, it wasn't gonna be on theaters.
Oh no?
No, it was gonna be a play.
Really?
Tarantino wanted to be a play.
He wanted to be a play?
He wanted to be a play. That's why you see, like, I think
it felt like a play.
It felt like a play, but he wanted it to be a play.
Oh, like different acts or what? Like
yeah, like
it was gonna be on a stage.
You have that random narrator.
It was funny. And then
you have like the curtain things when it says like Mr. White, like it's another scene set up.
Yeah. To be or not to be. Do you think that's what he does? Like, I mean, in his other films, do you think he kind of stayed away from that, or does he still do that? Like,
he's a huge Shakespeare fan.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't done anything crazy like that. Like his last film should be something that,
like a Shakespeare.
Like
Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, so he likes Shakespeare and he likes
Hamlet.
Star Trek. Does Klingon opera?
Oh Lord.
Star Trek, everything. Star Trek.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Give me a bowl of Star Trek
here,
nuts.
Star Trek there.
Hey, Tarantino, he likes Star Trek, man.
Hey man, why are you hating on something this man likes, huh? Anyways, all right, boys, we watched Reservoir Dogs. This is the Ramble. Here we are, everybody. If you've seen this movie, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know. I don't know if
people had enough time to watch this movie. This movie
I don't
was
even
made
know
in
if we
92.
spoil. We never really spoil anything. We just talk about the movie.
Hashtag spoiler though.
We spoil it.
Almost
we spoil
This
it.
movie was made in 92. That's enough years to...
Man, you haven't seen it till now.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh.
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna spoil myself.
He's like, oh, people had time.
This dude was reading spoilers as we were watching the movie.
Are you saying the time from now where you're at, they have had time, like when we air it, the video?
15 minutes.
Does it be like in 2 days from, like a week from now?
No, I'm saying it's 2001 and the movie came out in 92.
It's 2001.
21.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're back in time.
Let's stop 9/11 from happening.
Chris, what year is it again?
2021.
That's how you say it? I say 2021.
Yeah, 2021. 2021?
2000. Who says it like
There's
that?
somebody who says like 2020 and one.
And one. You know these people, huh?
2020 and
Anyways, boys, watching this film for the consecutive times, for some, for others, one time, first time. Let's go with Cruz. Cruz,
yes.
You as someone who's never really watched Quentin Tarantino movies, I don't understand why.
I've seen some of his movies, but I haven't seen all of his movies.
Which ones have you seen?
Django only.
It's gonna be like Pulp Fiction, Django, Hateful Eight.
I've seen Pulp Fiction, From Dusk to Dawn, The Kill Bills.
Well, you've seen Hateful Eight, right?
I've seen Hateful Eight.
You've seen Once
Django?
Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
No.
You went to go
Django?
see it with us, didn't you?
No.
Oh no.
No, that was someone else.
Django.
I've seen Django.
That's
So
literally
we've seen almost every movie except for
like certain,
Once Upon
three,
a Time.
like
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
But he doesn't watch them.
He doesn't.
Watch out.
I'm not really a fan.
Man, leave Cruz alone.
Okay, Cruz.
Leave him alone.
As you watching this movie
I
for the first time.
I watched half of his movies.
Half of his movies.
That's a lot
That's
of
the
his movies.
majority. You've seen the majority.
I've seen 5 movies out of the 10
There's
he's made.
9 movies, and you watch.
Jackie Brown
7.
and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's pretty much the only 2 you're
I've
missing.
seen Pulp Fiction and
Inglourious Bastards.
I've seen Glory.
Oh, there you go. You've
There you
literally
go,
watched
man.
7 out of like 9.
Yeah.
You haven't seen half. Anyways, before we roast you, Cruz, you
I
watching
have to
this?
roast me, but okay.
It's your birthday. That's
It's
why.
your birthday.
it's my birthday.
Congratulations.
Comedy Central, dude.
Right?
You over dramatic guys. How many?
Would you say
movies
you're a Tarantino fan? Since you've seen his movies.
Yeah, you said you were not really a fan earlier.
I'm gonna have to say something that's gonna bite me in the ass.
Well, because I have it in recording. It's in one of the Slice episodes. You said you're not really a fan of his.
I'm not really.
But yeah, you've seen all his
I've
movies.
seen. Yeah.
So
You've seen most of his work, and you've liked most of the things he's done, westerns and basically vampires.
do you like his what don't
did
you
you-
like about his?
I don't know why.
Leave the boy alone.
I just
It's just not his thing.
It's just not his thing.
He doesn't call it like I watch him because you guys seen him and you guys.
I didn't take it to Django. I didn't take it to Kill Bill.
Who saw Jimmy?
Maybe he's a fan of the actors that are in it.
That's it.
Yeah, probably.
No, I don't like Jimmy.
I didn't take it to Dust Till Dawn.
No.
We weren't around, so.
You don't like Jimmy?
Well, I saw Dust Till Dawn because my dad saw it. So.
Okay. But you liked it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I just.
Anyways, let's get back to the real questions. Cruz, watching this movie, for you, did it tickle your pickle?
It was interesting.
It was interesting.
I was trying to figure out who was the rat.
After you read it.
I didn't read it.
You didn't read it off. You saw the timeline.
I was reading the timeline.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
Stop rolling your eyes like a girl, okay? I told you that's bad for you. Keep doing that. It'll stay like that. Anyways, Cruz, so you found it interesting. It was like a how would you say, like a heist? Basically, it was a heist.
Well, it is a heist movie, but at the same time, it's a mystery movie. You're trying to figure out who's the rat in the group.
Okay.
I chose like what 4 people.
Mr. White, Mr. Pink,
Literally everybody
Joe.
came out in the movie. He said those are all suspects.
Yeah, everybody did it.
The boss.
And then when
Joe.
Mr. Orange comes out, he's like, son of a gun.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't pick him.
I didn't expect.
He didn't choose Mr. Orange. He's like, oh, all of these look suspicious. But
From all the guys
even
that-
after Mr. Orange said he's a cop, he's like, I don't know.
I need proof.
I need proof.
I was like, I didn't expect him to be the cop. He was like, he was
Okay.
there, laid on the floor.
All right, back. Let's jump to Krusty. Krusty, you as kind of like the youngest of us, you watching most of the Quentin Tarantino's, I guess.
I don't know all of them. I don't think I watched all of them.
Well, that's why. For you, as kind
I
of
think
like.
I've seen half.
I think I only seen half. He's
Don't
only-
send any audience.
No, for
only
sure.
seen
I think I've seen half. I seen Hateful Eight.
Okay.
I've seen Pulp
Kill
Fiction.
Bill.
Kill Bills.
Django.
No, I haven't seen Django.
Okay.
I haven't seen Django.
Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I said that one.
Yeah, okay.
And then I seen this one.
Once upon a time.
I seen Once Upon a Time. So how many is that?
That's 6 out of 9.
6 out of 9. So you've seen half. You could say.
I seen a quarter of.
He's not a fan, but during the whole movie, he was dropping like knowledge.
No, he's a fan,
Yeah.
right? Would you consider yourself a Quentin Tarantino fan? Or maybe do you like his work?
Yeah, I think I can say I like his.
So watching this movie, I mean, you've seen this already, but watching
I've seen
it again,
I've seen this like around 4 times already.
yeah, watching this again, like obviously you don't mind watching it because you like it, right?
Yeah, like I recommended it to a couple of my friends and they liked it too. So I mean, I'm a huge fan
You're
of
a
this
fan,
movie.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's so we're fans right here on this 2 sides. Carlos, you, sir, watching this movie for the umpth time, would you say how many times have you watched this movie?
Lost count.
Lost count. That's how many.
Lost
Yeah,
count.
that's my
Lost
boy.
count.
That's my boy.
That's what's so great about their rewatchability.
Yeah.
All his terrible movies.
Yeah, even like if it's been like how many years, long time. You've heard that saying though, like there's movies you could watch and they still hold up. I guess.
Yeah.
Would this fall in that?
And every time you're watching, you're like let's say you turn on the TV and it's on, you could be like, oh, it's that scene.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
could
but-
stay on that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's great about his movie, especially this one. Like
Yeah.
it's as soon from the opening, you're like, oh, it's that scene when they're talking and everything. It's just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
If you've never seen this movie, you don't know what kind of movie this is until like after that.
Yeah. Dialogue and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I think my favorite part is
musical.
where they're just sitting down. And just talking about like the tip, like I don't tip, I don't tip.
When they're in the car and they're just talking about the taping, gluing.
Oh yeah, gluing his dick.
Yeah, the dialogue is very real. Like it just feels like
Fresh.
Like
Yeah,
you're just
fresh.
talking, yeah, like it's you're just friends. Just
yeah,
talking.
like there's no complication in it. It's just they're just talking amongst themselves.
Yeah, like some of the conversations don't necessarily have to do with the movie. It's like the story.
It's just random. It's
Yeah.
real dialogue. Everything about it.
It's like these guys are on a heist. This is a realistic view of what guys on a heist would be like.
It's like Krusty. Were you saying that, or who was saying that when he got shot? It sounded like it literally
I think
looked
that was
like,
Carlos.
like
No, it was him.
Cruz or Carlos? Oh,
Krusty.
Krusty. Were you the one that when he got shot? He's like, he looks like he got shot.
No,
that was Carlos.
I think that was you.
Carlos is embarrassed by his comments. So
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Wait, which one?
When you got shot, Mr. Orange.
It sounded
and
so
you're like,
smart that he thought it was me.
it was Mr. Orange when you got shot. He's like, that's how a person shot is supposed to sound.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, like he
Yeah.
was reacting like he was freaking out, like,
Yeah.
like he wasn't like all badass, like, oh, I could shrug this off. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna die. Let's be honest, that's how any of us would react if we got shot.
I wouldn't. I'd just stay quiet and die. Like,
I don't know, just like it burns.
Pulls it and pulls out a pocket knife, digs it out, cauterizes it with the flame. It's like, I'm gonna go back in. Yeah.
What about the one Green Hornet scene when he does get shot? And he's like, oh, you're gonna have to take it out. And then he's like, they're gonna take it out. I was like, oh, don't do it, don't do it.
You have to stage a fake news conference. Oh, he shot me! Yeah. He shot me just right now.
All right, Cruz, describe this movie in the shortest possible way.
Describe this movie in the worst way ever?
Okay. Worst possible way. No.
Shortest possible.
Shortest possible.
Summarize it right there.
Summarize for you. We're summarizing it for the fans. For the adoring customers.
6-man, heist, gone bad, done.
Nice. Krusty, for you, what would you describe this movie? Shortest possible way.
It is a heist movie, but it isn't.
Right? Do we really ever get to see the heist?
No.
You never see the heist.
Yeah.
It's the aftermath of it.
Carlos, you. Describe shortest movie.
Colored people committing crimes.
Colored people. It's true. There are colored people.
Foreigners.
Mind you. Tarantino, I mean, like, we've seen it before where he drops the N-bomb every single time if he can. And I remember Samuel Jackson's like, oh, he can't be a racist.
He can't be like, this is like he's when he was it for Django?
I think yeah.
Where he was like he gives me the role of the smartest person in all his movies. So how is he a racist? Yeah, I'm an evil figure, but how am I racist?
Yeah, no, but no, I love Quentin Tarantino's dialogue. I mean, the way he uses it. I mean, that's a lot of movies, a lot of directors try to do that in some of the movies where they try to like have a moment, like how we were saying, like in the diner or in the car. Hell, even when they're arguing about like who's the rat.
Yeah, and it's like the topics they talk about. What I like is like they're all relatable things.
Yeah. Like
if any other movie, like they'd be talking about like who knows what.
Yeah.
It's like if you made this movie today, it would be just a bunch of guys talking about like, what'd you think about the last Marvel movie?
Yeah,
right.
Like
stuff like that. Like, did you watch The Mandalorian? It'd be them talking about that.
Yeah.
It's like all relatable.
Yeah.
Talking points.
All right, Cruz. You any parts of this movie that you're just like, you know what? I like this film. I like it.
Maybe he didn't like it.
Or you didn't like it. Yeah.
No, I know I did like it.
Pros and cons.
I did like it.
Well, let's do pros and cons.
Are you
cons,
assuming that you liked it, dude?
Right?
The over dramatic blood everywhere.
Yeah, start with cons.
Cons. Let's talk about
Dramatic blood everywhere.
The over dramatic blood everywhere. Okay.
This man's a doctor. He has
That's his cons. Let's talk
con?
Con.
Cons.
That's not what he con.
No cons?
That's not what he wants.
The blood?
The over dramatic blood and he's still alive.
Oh, damn. You've seen Kill Bill?
And I seen Kill Bill. Don't forget Inglourious Bastards.
What are you talking about? I would think Django, dude.
Django's bad, too.
That movie's brutal.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
yeah.
no cons. You're just a little squeamish with the blood, or is it just a little?
No. Just a little.
A lot
over
of the
dramatic.
actors.
You're like, it's not like I've seen Freddy vs. Jason. These horror.
That is 12 pints of blood. He should be unconscious.
like Evil Dead, like the remake.
Oh, Evil Dead, the remake. That's a lovely film.
Thank you for making me watch that movie.
You're welcome. You deserved it.
Yeah, that movie.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, even I'm not a horror guy, but even I was like, ooh, this is interesting. This is getting good.
The part that got me interested, got me more locked into the movie was when Orange wakes up and just blasts his blonde.
Oh, you were sleeping before then, huh?
Yeah, he was already nodding. He was tilting. Anyways, Krusty, you got any cons on this movie? Anything that takes you back? You're like,
Well, there was like 2 scenes, but they were kind of minor. Like with Mr. Brown's death. Like,
I was gonna
when he got shot apparently, but he just showed blood on his
hand. The budget.
In the first scene, I thought I saw the hole.
Yeah, but he was just like he was acting normal, so I was like, oh, this guy is just he's like
who was that dude from Scream 4?
I legit think he got like hit and he just got unconscious, like he just knocked out.
Oh, he was like that dude from Halloween 2 where he slipped on the blood. He was like, okay.
Yeah, and then
good.
And then the last scene, I told you to rewind it because I didn't see that he
the lazy gunshot.
He just moves it like
Mr. White ends up shooting like Joe and pretty nice Eddie.
Yeah, they're like far away from each other. There's no way.
Nice guy Eddie.
He just like.
He moves it 2 inches and shoots a guy 5 feet away.
There was a budget.
Yeah, it was really.
Hey, but that's like things you're like, you're right. Nothing to really complain about.
I mean, when you mentioned that it could have been like because they did so many takes is because that dude, what's his name, the actor who played Joe. He was very frustrating to work with apparently.
Oh really?
And, like he wanted to get to fight with everybody.
Oh,
like, he almost threw hands with Tarantino himself.
Oh yeah, even though he came out in his second movie.
Yeah, Tarantino was like, I was thinking of firing him, but he stuck with it.
Yeah,
I can see that. Tarantino's like a fickle director.
Yeah.
So if you got an actor with a big ego, they're gonna fight.
Yeah, that's what I read on that. So I mean, it makes sense because he did forget a bunch of his lines, so it could have made sense that every scene that he was in, there's a lot of takes in it. So
I'm pretty sure that was a big scene too. I mean, it's like it's literally the Mexican standoff.
Yeah, the main standoff of the whole movie.
Yeah. Carlos, I mean, do you have any cons on this movie?
Not so much specific, but like just having watched all the other Tarantino movies, you could kind of tell that this was his he hasn't refined his directing skills.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or Kill Bill,
it's like on peak.
Yeah, like you're like this guy's on top of his level.
Yeah.
And in this one, it's like okay, he's still kind of novice. Yeah. That's the only con really. But I mean, that's only a thing if you've seen all of his other movies and really pay attention.
My con, I probably would be like, it's just like I would like to see the heist. It sounded very like nonsense. Like, oh, did you see that black girl? How old was she? Like 20, 21? Oh,
Mr. Blonde, bang,
yeah,
bang,
exactly,
bang.
I would like to
see how Mr. Pink went out.
Yeah, but it's not really. Oh yeah, Mr. Pink. A lot of people would think Mr. Pink made it out, but background noise. Get down on the ground.
He made it out.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that until like watching it now.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like when I heard the basically the car shots and stuff like that. I'm like, oh damn. All right. I mean, pros. Anybody? What scenes you guys were like fan of? Anybody? Carlos, start with you.
They're all terrible.
Terrible.
All terrible. No, my favorite scene is the opening scene. They're just around the table. It's like if you were gonna perform a heist. It's like, yeah, you would get breakfast and just talk shit with your friends.
Yeah. Cruz.
Yes, sir.
Any pros in this movie that you liked? Anything that was like, oh.
Besides that scene, besides the orange shooting Blondie, I like how they go and introduce every character.
Almost every character.
No, almost, yeah.
What happened to Mr. Blue?
Almost every character.
Sometimes you're like, who's Mr. Blue?
Yeah.
Mr. Blue's the old guy.
Yeah.
He was a real criminal, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh nice. That's pretty good.
Maybe that's why he wasn't in the film that much because he got picked up with some warrants.
He was a former one, but.
How about you, Krusty? What's something that you liked in this movie?
Like some scenes or just like.
It's anything.
The soundtrack was good. I really like the soundtrack and
Steeler Wheeler
and some scenes.
Sounds of the 70s.
Which scene was it? The scene where the iconic pose where both Mr. White and Mr. Pink are arguing who someone's a rat, like I don't trust you.
Yeah.
That scene was good, and then
you're using your head. You're not supposed to trust me.
And then the torture scene when they're getting to it.
Oh yeah, basically.
Those were pretty good. I like
Not bad.
Dude, is that how Mr. actually looks?
I like how Mr. Pink always refers to everybody as professionals, but then the next scene they're all freaking out and acting like
You're
women.
supposed to act like a professional.
What are we, a bunch of...
I think my favorite parts of this movie was the gunplay. Like just people when they get shot, it looks like it's crazy.
You don't get the tank.
There's like chunks of meat popping out. I was like, dude, this is wonderful.
You don't get the scene from Batman Dark Knight Rises with the guy.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Remember when that movie Shaun of the Dead? The end when the soldiers show up and they're blasting the zombies away, and like the zombies are all like shaking their bodies and blood's everywhere. Yeah. That's how it feels like when they're shooting someone in this movie.
That's why I love it. And then like these guns feel like cannons, dude. Boom, 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 boom.
Did you see the size of
Mr. Pink?
Mr. White takes out those two cops in the car.
Oh yeah, that one of Mr. Pink when he's like he's behind he just starts bursting like. I was like, dude, chill.
He grabs a chick out of the window.
Oh yeah. That was
Tarantino knows how to do his violence.
Yeah. Well, this is literally the first movie, and I mean, kind of knows how to start
the first violent movie,
right? So,
out of all those movies, would you say this is the least violent one?
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
We haven't seen Jackie Brown, dude.
Oh
yeah.
You haven't seen Ramble?
I haven't seen.
That's gonna be all of our first time watching that movie.
Yeah.
I saw that movie once when I was little and forgot.
You're fake,
about
dude.
It.
Get out of here.
I don't.
Okay. So you guys, recommendation? Would you recommend it, Carlos?
Yes, it's his first movie.
Definitely. Cruz?
Yes.
Crusty? No? Trash? No.
Garbage.
Oh, we're giving our answers?
Even though I mentioned earlier that I did recommend it.
Even though, yeah.
Like, nah.
Yeah.
I recommended it to friends, but I don't recommend it to our audience.
Yeah,
So 4 out of 10 is recommended, and definitely it's a recommendation. Eh? Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 We recommend it.
Yes.
Yes. Jumbi recommend this movie because Quentin Tarantino is right off the bat his first film. You should be excited to see the rest of them after that. So he takes you on a good story, yeah, and a good journey. So this was the first Quentin Tarantino movie of his whole directing career right now, per se. In big movie, right?
Big
Maybe
movie.
by the time he
Cinema?
finished this, he'll announce his final movie.
Oh, nice.
Well, I forgot what movie it was called, but it was like some Asian film that this idea came from.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he brings a lot of like that into the film when
Wow.
it comes to like the double, like the officer, the rat, I guess. Like that was part of the other film. I forgot the name of it.
Before we forget, Krusty, you said you had some things that you learned about this film. What did you learn?
What did I learn about this film?
Yeah, you said you found out that most of them basically had to wear their own outfits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the budget originally was like $30,000.
Yeah.
And Tarantino was gonna just use a couple of his friends and just a cheap camera.
Yeah.
And then the actor who played Mr. White like saw the script and he was like, "Hey, like
This is a movie.
hey, I want to be in it, and
Yeah.
don't worry, I'll get like some producers in it."
So that would you think Mr. White's the reason why?
Yeah, I think he's the
That's
reason
like-
why this is the film. Like,
And then the reason why he took his crap, like, I guess.
yeah,
I think that explains a lot,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Without Mr. White, we wouldn't have Tarantino's career.
right?
yeah, if you think about it,
Yeah.
but just this one, because I mean, originally it was gonna be a player, remember? So
Yeah. So I mean, there you go. I mean, that's another one would be what their outfits, right?
Another one could be how some of the actors would have been different. Like during the script, it was supposed to be Quentin Tarantino to play Mr. Pink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would have been interesting.
And then they changed it to Steve, but in the intro, he's talking about like a virgin.
Yeah.
That was Mr. Pink's line, but
Oh, yeah?
Quentin Tarantino's like, no, I want to say that.
You think because, well, obviously it was Quentin's movie, that's why he wanted to be in there more.
Yeah.
And then they realized, hey, you're not that great of an actor.
Yeah. And then
Trust us, it doesn't get better.
Yeah.
And
Bit of
then
a chode at the end.
yeah. And then another actor that was that auditioned for it was Samuel L. Jackson. He auditioned for Mr. Orange.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but he said that during the auditions, because it was Tarantino and someone else, I forget, and they were their partners. And during the auditions, Tarantino and the other guy kept on joking around.
Oh, so
It kind of threw off Jackson's performance. And,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's messed
but
up.
that was funny.
I'll get you next one.
And
I'll
then
get you on the next
I forgot. There was another scene. I forgot who was his name. Like Harvey Winston or something, or something.
Keitel?
Weinstein. Yeah, like the producer, I guess.
Yes.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein, yeah.
So the producer said that it wasn't a good idea to have the torture scene. He didn't want the torture scene in the film. But then Tarantino was like, nah, like we're gonna have the torture scene. And then it was the greatest scene in the film.
Yeah.
By the way, that was a detailed prosthetic.
Oh, nice. It was.
Yeah, supposedly
That's where the
Wes
budget
Craven didn't like the scene.
Oh, no?
He liked the scene, but it was too gruesome apparently for him. So
Yeah, the one that makes Halloween.
yeah, exactly. It was funny. When I read that, I was like, what?
Raven made Halloween. What are you
I mean,
Elm Street.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a horror movie fan, but even I don't know that's right.
Stabby Cruise. Anyways, folks, those were Krusty's little tidbits you would like to know. Hope you guys enjoyed our Rambo. Like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe if you're not. Okay, we'll catch you in the next one. And this is our first one of the saga of Quentin. We'll be here for quite a while. Take it easy, folks.
9 movies.